So I'm back with Barry Meguiar with his amazing Ford GT behind us. How long have you owned the car, Barry?
I got it in November,
right?
A little before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And it's an amazing car, you know.
I've got to swing the camera around and show it. I mean, we're good-looking guys, but I think the car looks. People want to look at the car, not at us. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I compare it to the 2005 because I have the 2005.
Yep.
It's in here. I mean, people like to see the two cars side
Absolutely.
by side, so I brought it as well. But I used to drive the 2005, unbelievably awesome car. But the new one, there's just no comparison.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more technology. The old one, you could say, it was for when it came out. It was a pretty incredible car.
It was.
But now it's almost it feels like more like a muscle car now. You know.
When it came out, it was the second fastest production car in the world.
Wow.
After the Enzo Ferrari.
Yep.
That was the 2005 model.
That's
Phenomenal
incredible.
car. You know, the original car is called the GT40, of course.
Yep.
Henry Ford brought out to beat Ferrari at Le Mans, and he did. I mean, they're one of the great American car guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? They couldn't name the 2005 model the GT40 because Ford lost the rights to use the name.
Did they really?
GT40.
Oh,
no. In fact, somebody else got it from them. So
clever person.
So they call it the Ford GT. That's why there's not the GT40 now.
Okay. And a lot of people don't know where the 40 originally came from.
Well, it's for the height of the car.
Yeah.
The original car was 40 inches high. The 2005 model is 44 inches high. So it wasn't a GT40 anyway.
They couldn't call it a GT44.
So it worked out okay.
Let's swing the camera and have a look at this car, Barry, because it's
right.
absolutely amazing.
Okay.
So Barry, what an amazing looking car. I mean, look at the lines of this thing.
Yeah. And you can see the two cars side by side.
Yeah.
You can see how they compare. Now, the 2005 model, I think, was the ultimate retro car.
Yeah, I agree.
It looked identical to the original GT40.
Yep.
I mean, they really were sensitive to the original lines. The designer, Carmelo, actually put the old car in his studio, so he looked at that.
Yep.
But when the final car came out, which we see here now, there's not one body panel that's the same. That
No.
car is higher, wider, longer. Every dimension is different,
Yep.
but it looks just like the original one. So that was awesome. That was 2005.
Yep.
So now we've come out 2017/18, and they bring this car on. The technology of this car is so over the top. The 2005 model was the second fastest car, I think I mentioned to you already, in the world after the Enzo Ferrari. It was, for its day, it was incredible.
That is incredible.
But this car, oh my goodness, and it's so much easier to drive.
Yeah.
It's easier to drive.
It's crazy the way cars have gone, and what I found amazing with this particular car is rather than staying with the V8, which you expected them to do because they've got the V8 and the...
Or a V10 or V12 or something, you know.
They went with that 6-cylinder twin turbo.
Some people ask me what it is, I'd say, oh, it's just a 4 with a 6-cylinder engine.
Yeah, the same as an old Falcon used to be. Yeah, like a 6-cylinder Mustang.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we look at the car, obviously carbon brakes, the interior and the thing is just such a special...
There are a lot of options. Okay?
Yeah.
You can lowball it a little bit and have a little lesser of this or that and not have carbon fiber there and whatever. There's a few things. I just went for it. I figured if I'm going to do it
properly.
You know, do you want titanium exhaust? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course, you know. Then they called and said, the titanium exhaust has been held up a little bit. You want to wait or get the car earlier? I said, I'll wait.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Because I mean, how many did they make, Barry? There's not that many, is there?
Well, 7,000 people filled out an application that took 2.5 hours to fill out.
Wow.
I mean, with my great car guy friend Mike Kennedy helping me, it took us 2.5 hours together to fill out the form.
Wow.
7,000 people filled out that form. They're making 250 of these cars.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty intense.
And I bet there were a few people on that list that thought they had some pedigree that were like pretty disappointed.
Well, yeah, a lot of car guys that I would view as being much more significant than myself with great cars and collections and whatever, didn't get them. I don't know what the process was. I would say this. I use my car, I put it out in crowds, I want people to see it.
And I know that was part of what they looked at.
They did not want to go into a collection and sit, but there's a few people to see it. I like look at the crowd today. How many people got
it was incredible. Let's have a look at the back end of this thing.
The back
end is beautiful. It's got this channel through here, and
the back end, if you get the right angle to it, I just think
it looks like the Batmobile at the back. It's incredible.
Yeah, in fact, I have it facing out, so I open the garage to my collection, and I get in it. I feel like I'm in the Batmobile. You kind of have that feeling.
Yeah.
I tell you what, to really appreciate it, can I encourage you to back up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Just back on up because you get back and get that total view, you really start to appreciate.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
What an incredible
Isn't that
car,
something?
Barry. That is so beautiful.
It's great fun.
Well, I'm really
Great
pleased
fun.
that you got one.
I'm rather pleased.
Yeah.
And guess why I have it?
Why is that?
This is really fun. I have it because of my wife.
Really?
I do. I wasn't going to order one.
Right.
And Karen had long conversations with Edsel Ford, and he got her excited about it. She kept saying, did you put your name in yet? No. Finally got to be like December, a year ago. And she says, you have to fill out that application. I want us to get that car. I love my car guy wife. How many wives are pushing their husbands into getting another car? That's all you need is another car.
Yeah. And to Sarah, my wife, if you're listening to this, did you hear that? Did you? Anyway.
Karen goes to car shows with me every week. She just loves every show we go to. She's never met a stranger.
No.
And I tell you, I thank God every day. Many miracles in my life. The biggest one is she stuck with me for 54 years.
That's awesome.
And she loves this as much as I do. Without a wife doing this, I would be hampered, But we're just flat out. We're getting up in the middle of the night, getting out to a car show early. Right. She never complains. Anyway, this car is because of my wife.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Barry, thank you so much for bringing this out. Thank you so much for coming today.
It's fun, and thank you again. I mean, this is such an awesome event. I go to Cars and Coffee all over the United States. I tell you what, this is the Cars and Coffee of all Cars and Coffee.
Awesome. Thank you,
and
mate.
again, thank you, John Kleider, for setting it all up and doing it the right way the first time around. But you're doing him proud here.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.